Hello everyone, Storm11 here. Today we'll be taking a look at an update on the severe weather and also updated my forecast map as well. Now we're going to get started with the RAP model here in particular. And we'll also be taking a look at the NAM. So right now we're just only going to take a look at the high resolution models because it gives us a better idea what to look at here. So we're going to get started with wind speed here. So here we go. Here's Saturday afternoon tomorrow at noon. Very good wind speed up for pretty much all the areas that can see severe weather, and it gets even better later on. You can tell here. Around there, over 100 knots. So we got plenty. We got plenty of that. Now let's go ahead and take a look at. We're going to have to go down here. No, it's not there. 700 millibar vorticity here. Here's tomorrow. Right in there. So we actually got some waves of vorticity going up, at least for the northern part of all this severe weather going on way up there. Surface products. We're going to take a look at the dew points here. So here's your dew point here. That looks to be, seems like it's gotten some improvement, especially at 20Z back in Tennessee, where most of those ingredients are at, and that pushes off to the east. So we can see up to 60. So there's an improvement there. Vorticity down there, we get to go ahead and take a look at that real quick. So there you go with your vorticity there. There is some on the surface product, at least. Now for the wind shear. Now in Cape, I can tell you guys, there's been some improvements on that. And that's kind of scary for some people, but for storm chasers, that makes things a little bit more exciting. So here's your K for an RAP. Look at this. It's nearing 2,000 out in western Kentucky, and it even stretches down all the way down to the Gulf of Mexico. And where are the most ingredients at? Right around the Kentucky and Tennessee area, where most of those ingredients are around at this point, and that also goes in parts of northern Mississippi and parts of Arkansas. That's the area we gotta watch, because this is where most ingredients are going to be coming together. Strength index. Strength index looks to be pretty good down there as well. Moisture convection. It's pretty good as well. Now let's get to EHI. This one here's been slacking. That's why I like to call it slacking. And yes, there's actually been some improvements here. A 2.6 over in northern Mississippi. Check mark. Helicity. This is from the RAP, by the way. So helicity. This gives rotation in the atmosphere. And we got plenty of that. We got tons of that. Yeah, 500 or 20. There's a lot of rotation in the atmosphere. So those are all a check mark for an RAP. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the NAM here. NAM, pretty daggone good. That's all I can say. It's not that great for the starting, like in the morning of Saturday, but it really does improve as you get towards the evening hours. That's all I can really say. Vorticity here. Vorticity. It is really good up in Kentucky. So that's a check mark. Surface products. Let's take a look at dew points here. So dew points up in the 60s to the mid 60s. So that's a check mark as well. Consecutive products. We got a lot of these in here. Cape and shear. Here you go. And yes, there has been improvement. It's over 1,000 at this point. Yeah. And guess what? It's in the same area. And that pushes off to the east with some good Cape as well, of nearing 1,000. So that's a check mark. Strength index here. Strength index, good as well. That's a check mark. show y'all there again because that was a little bit quick. You could tell there, strength index is indeed a check mark. Moisture convection here. Moisture convection in here looks, it looks good overall. The lap rates. Oh, the lap rates. Lap rates. There's none. Let's look at the mid-level. There's nothing there. But the Cape, though, has actually gone up. We actually got some... Oh, we actually got some of that up in Kentucky. Alrighty, I guess that gets an upgrade to an OK stage. Now, that's for the northern part as well. Holistic... Oh, shoot. EHI first. Alright, here we go with EHI. That actually has improved out in Western Kentucky for those same areas. Helicity, rotation in the atmosphere. We got plenty of that. Yeah, nearing 500. Oh yeah, I forgot to show you all the supercell composite from the RAP model. We'll go back to that. So here you go. It gives out a moderate risk, actually, for parts of northern Mississippi, but it really does diminish. There, I think that has diminished a little bit too far. I think that could really still keep on going as it pushes eastward, especially for that the damaging wind threat there. So the supercell composite is pretty good, and we actually got a significant tornado potential up and around the Kentucky area and parts of Missouri and Illinois of 4.2. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. See what the forecast setting wants to show. Yeah. The gap right here is open. If it's closed, thunderstorms cannot develop. But if it's open like this, you're good to go. You can see that green line there. And being this way, there's some pretty good severe weather potential. The Cape is high, the shear is high as well, so there is a good chance for severe weather just for that particular area on this model, what its prediction is. There. Let's go ahead and go back to here. Let's go to the supercell composite and the significant tornado. Now putting all this together, like I said again, it wants to give out actually a little bit of a... Now, I can agree with this a little bit better. There's a 7 there. Higher than for the NAM. So, not as good, but there's actually a little bit of a gap there. The shear is actually higher than the... Shear is higher. The Cape is a little bit lower, but the gap is open, which that means thunderstorms can develop. And that starts to push off to the east. Now, I guess let's go ahead and take a look at these ingredients. This here gets an upgrade to an OK stage, at least for the northern part, because the northern part actually gets an OK stage, which that kind of tells me that we may even get some partly cloudy skies around here in the Kentucky area, which that's something else. If we do get that, Kentucky can get a better chance than anybody else. So this is going to be one of those games there of where it's actually going to be, because confidence from most people is actually going to be low because we don't exactly know where it's going to happen. But we do have our maps out, so I do have my map updated. EHI will actually get an upgrade to good. You can tell that from the past couple of days, there's some things not that great. But you can see the improvements here. The Cape is very good, especially during the wintertime. Dew points are good. Wind speed vorticity, we already know that's good. The strength index is good. The helicity is very good. EHI gets an upgrade to good, and low mid-level lap rates gets an OK. Now, severe weather threats, the main threats are actually going to be the damaging winds, the heavy rain, and flash flooding. That's going to be a very high threat there. We know that's going to happen. Now, I'm going to tell you guys, tornado threat, I have raised it up to medium to high. But the high, though, is on the low end. So it's not really in the high threat for it, but it's on the low end. Now confidence, you know what? I should actually put this in the bottom, shouldn't I? Confidence on this, I'll give us a good 70% on this. And you know what? I should probably underline this as well. Oh, whoops. Yeah, no, turn that off. There. Now we get that underlined. I should probably put that in there. Confidence on all this is a 70%. So I kind of got some good confidence on this forecast here. I may bring that back down to just a medium, just like the large hail is. The large hail is not going to be too much of a threat to this, but it's still going to be a medium threat. If you do get a supercell, you can get a potential for large hail. The damage winds will be high to very high at this time. That's also been getting an upgrade as well, due to now things have been improving. It's especially for the cape has really improved. Now it's over 1,000 cape for a few areas, which that gives a better chance for tornado development or supercell development. And let's go ahead and go to my forecast map here. So here's my forecast map here. It looks way much better from the last one. As you can see here, I have a moderate risk stretching from parts of Arkansas through Tennessee into Kentucky. Enhanced risk, kind of for pretty much about those same areas, except Indiana will be included. Slight risk goes around that for parts of Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, Kentucky, Indiana, Illinois, Missouri, and Arkansas. And that marginal risk goes out for parts of Texas, Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama. Not for Florida, though. Parts of Tennessee, Kentucky, West Virginia could get in some of the damage wind threat as a possibility. Same thing going for Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, and Missouri. Now that hatch area, just like the Storm Prediction Center has put it out, that hatch means just a very similar meaning. That hatch area there, it's in parts of the enhanced risk and parts of the moderate risk. That hatch means that you can either get the potential for a strong tornado, or you can get the potential for a 70-mile-an-hour plus wind gust. Now, if we go to the Storm Prediction Center, now if you all have seen the morning's update, that was pretty ridiculous. Let me show you here. That is day one, things are not running well tonight. Now, you cannot always agree with the Storm Prediction Center's forecast. You really can't. Sometimes, but I'm pretty sure they will put an upgrade to moderate, because the confidence on this has really increased today. Because the mid-level, at least for the mid-level, not the low level, but the mid-level has actually increased. So that tells me that we do have a chance for supercell development, and that prediction actually goes into Kentucky. So that's why there's a moderate risk there, and it's also hatched there. So here's your enhanced risk. It goes in for parts of Arkansas, Mississippi, Alabama, and Tennessee, and it goes a little bit part of Louisiana. Now, would I agree with this? Sort of. I pretty much agree with this about a 40%. Reasoning here is that this risk is a little bit far to the south. And what the high-risk models are suggesting is a little bit further to the north and east. More of like in Kentucky, or in most certainly Kentucky should get into this enhanced risk. Now, if you look at the probability here, you can see that hatch area actually does extend to Kentucky, which you can either, like I said, you can either get the, let's see here, you can either get EF2 or 70 mile per hour plus. It's kind of what that significant means, and that significant actually goes for the tornado threat. Here, you can see here it's enhanced with a 10%. Which is, it's not bad. Wind, though, Wind, however, is actually at 30%. I do agree with that, but we may see that get upgraded to a 45. Hail will probably stay the same. Tornado risk has a potential to upgrade to, I don't know what percent comes up next, but it could get an upgrade. If we do see that upgrade happen, we may have the potential for tornadoes to try to develop. As you can see here, yeah, the Cape is increased to up and over 1,000, really. So we all know there's going to be thunderstorms developing. We do know is that we can have supercells to develop. We know is there's going to be a squall one to bring in some serious damaging winds. We do know is, that I forgot to mention, is those winds when that warm front passes. And I'm not even joking. Those winds are going to be pretty extreme with the warm front. We'll probably see a wind advisory get issued tomorrow for a good chunk of people, because wherever that passes over you, you're going to see wind gusts potentially nearing 55 or 60 without severe thunderstorms. That's pretty extreme winds, and the National Weather Service from my area hasn't issued it yet, because I don't know if I'm just not sure. They probably will. Now, like I said, we're probably going to see this here get expanded to the northeast here. You see here that significant area does go into Kentucky, which we could possibly see that go into for more people. So that's all I got for you guys today. Hopefully you enjoy this. Oh yeah. Like I said, the flooding area, you could see about 3 to 5 inches. There could be a potential for 6 inches of rain, which that really goes into parts of Mississippi, Alabama, and to Tennessee. Those areas can see a lot of rain for tonight. Same thing for Kentucky, can see a lot of rain when that warm front passes with those cluster of thunderstorms that will pass through here tonight. Now that is my final forecast here, and I do have some good confidence that this here would happen. So yeah, if you do enjoy this video, be sure to hit the like button. If you got any questions, go ahead and put the comment section down below. I will try to answer them for you, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Goodbye.